Have you ever noticed how some people manage to stay calm under pressure, seemingly unshaken by life's ups and downs, while others quickly become overwhelmed, letting their emotions steer their reactions? If you often find yourself in the latter group, you've come to the right place. In the next moments, we'll uncover 9 powerful strategies designed to enhance your ability to navigate life's challenges with a sense of peace and equilibrium. This journey isn't about suppressing emotions, but learning to navigate them with composure. So sit back, relax, and follow along till the end. 1. Understanding what is within your control. Some things are under our control while others are not, Epictetus once reminded us. It's a simple thought, but boy, does it pack a punch when life throws curveballs at us. Imagine you're on your way to an important meeting and, wouldn't you know it, traffic is at a standstill. You can feel your heartbeat in your throat, your hands grip the steering wheel tighter, and you're just about ready to scream. This, right here, is the perfect moment to ask yourself, what's really in my hands? The traffic, the ticking clock, the impatient drivers honking around you? None of that is yours to control. What you do have a say over is how you react. Instead of letting frustration take the wheel, why not turn this into an opportunity? Pop on a podcast you've been meaning to catch up on, or maybe just take a breath and enjoy a rare moment of stillness. This Stoic principle isn't just for traffic jams, it applies across the board. When criticism comes knocking, remember, you can't control what others think or say, but you can control your response. Maybe there's a nugget of truth in their words that you can learn from, or perhaps their opinion is one you can comfortably leave by the wayside. What matters is your choice to either let it ruffle your feathers or to see it as a chance for growth, or even just a test of your capacity to shrug it off. Putting this into practice is all about self-awareness. Every time you catch yourself getting worked up over something, hit the pause button. Is this something you can control? If it's not, take a deep breath and let it go. It's like water off a duck's back. It doesn't soak in, just rolls right off. If it is something within your control, then that's your cue to step up and make a change, however small. Adopting this mindset transforms how we navigate our days. You'll find yourself less shaken by life's ups and downs, more focused on what truly matters. It's not about becoming indifferent or numb to life's twists and turns, but about choosing where to invest your energy wisely. Imagine the peace that comes from knowing you're steering your own ship, focusing on the direction you can actually influence, rather than being tossed about by every passing wave. 2. Practice mindfulness and self-reflection. Imagine you're walking through a forest where each tree represents a thought, feeling, or impulse you experience throughout your day. Just as you wouldn't cling to a single tree, Stoicism teaches us not to cling to every thought or emotion that crosses our path. Instead, it invites us to stroll through the forest with awareness, acknowledging each tree, but not getting entangled in the branches. Here, Epictetus, with his timeless wisdom, reminds us again, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is where the art of mindfulness and self-reflection comes into play. It's about taking a step back and observing your thoughts and emotions as if they were leaves floating down a river. You notice them, you acknowledge their presence, but you let them drift by without getting swept away. Now, let's bring this into the context of everyday life. You receive an email at work that instantly knots your stomach. Your first impulse might be to respond in kind, letting your emotions lead the charge. Here's where you take a deep breath. You reflect. Why did this email affect you so strongly? Is your response rooted in fact or fueled by emotion? By practicing this moment of pause, you're not suppressing your emotions, but choosing to engage with them more constructively. This practice of mindfulness and self-reflection can be as simple as starting or ending your day with a few moments of quiet contemplation. What stirred your emotions today? What thoughts kept recurring? Were your responses in line with the person you aspire to be? This isn't about judging yourself, but rather observing and learning. Incorporating this into your daily routine cultivates a space between stimulus and response. In that space lies your power to choose your response. Over time, this practice builds a foundation of calmness. You become less reactive to the winds of external circumstances and more anchored in your own capacity to respond with intention. The beauty of mindfulness and self-reflection is that they can be woven into the fabric of your daily life. Whether you're washing dishes, taking a shower, or waiting in line, each moment is an opportunity to practice awareness. By becoming more present in the now, you're less likely to be knocked off balance by what comes next. So next time you find yourself caught in a storm of thoughts or emotions, remember the forest. Each thought is just a tree, each emotion just a leaf. Acknowledge them, learn from them, but don't let them hold you back. Walk through your forest with mindfulness, and you'll find the calmness and clarity to navigate life's paths with a steady heart. If this video has been enlightening to you, it would be an honor to us if you would like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us spread this message to a wider audience. Also, comment below how you will implement these strategies in your life. 3. Embrace acceptance. Have you ever tried catching raindrops in your hands? No matter how hard you try, they slip through your fingers, each drop following its own unpredictable path. Life's a lot like those raindrops, full of events and outcomes that slip beyond our grasp, no matter how desperately we try to hold on or steer them in our direction. Stoicism invites us into the rain, not to catch every drop, but to feel the rain's rhythm and embrace its presence. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart, Marcus Aurelius advised. This isn't just about rolling over and letting life happen to you. It's about recognizing that some parts of the grand tapestry of existence are woven without our input. It's finding peace in the understanding that we're part of something larger, and that sometimes the universe has its own plans. Let's say the job you've been eyeing and dreaming about gets snagged by someone else. It's like a bucket of cold water dumped over your head, shocking and disheartening. Embracing acceptance doesn't mean you shrug and say, well, that's life, without feeling. It means you allow yourself to feel that disappointment, to acknowledge it fully, but then you take a step back. You look at the bigger picture. Maybe this wasn't the path for you, or perhaps there's something else out there, waiting just around the bend. It's about finding balance in your heart to say, this hurts, but I trust that I'm where I need to be right now. Bringing acceptance into your daily routine is about facing each day with open hands, ready to receive whatever comes your way. It's the unexpected rain that brings a rainbow, the lost job opportunity that opens the door to a path you hadn't considered. Each moment, pleasant or challenging, is part of your journey, teaching you, shaping you, and leading you forward. Ditch the if-only mindset that chains us to dissatisfaction and longing. If only I had more time, a better job, a bigger house. These thoughts steal our present joy. By accepting where we are right now, we find a wellspring of peace and contentment that no external change can match. We learn to cherish the here and now, the simple pleasures and the journey itself. Next time life feels like an unrelenting storm, remember the raindrops. Don't chase after them, just let them fall. Feel their cool touch and know that they, like everything in life, have their place and time. Embracing the rain as it comes teaches us resilience, helps us find joy in the unexpected, and cultivates a deep, abiding calm that carries us through the storms and into the sunshine that inevitably follows. 4. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Think of it like this. You're planning a camping trip. Instead of just picturing the perfect getaway under the stars, you also consider the chance of rain, forgetting your matches, or even encountering a bear. This isn't about spoiling the excitement. It's about being smart and prepared, so if things do go sideways, you're not caught off guard. You pack a waterproof tent, an extra lighter, and bear spray. The trip's still an adventure, but now you're ready for whatever comes your way. This approach, akin to running through a mental checklist of what-ifs, doesn't mean you're a downer. On the contrary, it's about empowering yourself. Let's say you're eyeing a promotion at work. Instead of solely focusing on the celebration you'll have when you get it, you also briefly entertain the possibility of not getting it. What would you do? Maybe you'd seek feedback, consider other opportunities, or even reassess your career goals. Suddenly, the prospect of not getting the promotion isn't so daunting because you've mentally prepared for that outcome, reducing the anxiety and fear of rejection. Applying this technique is like carrying an emotional first aid kit. You hope you won't need it, but if you do, it's right there, packed with resilience, adaptability, and calm. Use it in different areas of your life. Before a big purchase, think about the impact if it turns out to be less than perfect. Before a major life decision, like moving to a new city, visualize the challenges you might face and how you'd address them. This process doesn't diminish the joy of anticipation. It enhances your ability to navigate life's uncertainties with grace. The beauty of this approach is realizing that, more often than not, you are capable of handling much more than you give yourself credit for. The anticipation of difficulty often outweighs its reality. By mentally rehearsing for those rainy days, you're not just preparing to weather the storm, you're learning to dance in the rain, finding joy and strength in your ability to adapt. So the next time you're faced with uncertainty or standing on the brink of change, take a moment to visualize not just the sunny outcomes, but the storms too. This mental preparation is your secret weapon, ensuring that come what may, you remain unshaken, resourceful, and ready to turn challenges into victories. 5. Welcome obstacles with open arms. Ever faced a blocked road on your usual route and had to take a detour, only to discover a charming cafe or a scenic path you never knew existed? Life's full of similar roadblocks, and while our first reaction might be frustration, there's another way to look at these interruptions. They're not just obstacles, they're hidden opportunities waiting to be uncovered. This perspective shift isn't about ignoring the inconvenience or pretending it's all fine. It's about asking, what can I gain from this? Let's say your computer crashes in the middle of an important project. The immediate obstacle is clear, lost work and time. But the opportunity? It might be learning a new software that better suits your needs, or the push to adopt a more rigorous backup routine, safeguarding you against future losses. Applying this mindset requires a bit of creativity and a lot of openness. When a friend cancels on your long-awaited catch-up dinner, instead of stewing in disappointment, see it as an opportunity for some much-needed me time, or to finally start that book gathering dust on your shelf. It's turning the unexpected free time into a gift rather than a loss. This approach is like being a judo master in the dojo of life. Judo teaches you to use your opponent's strength to your advantage. Similarly, when life pushes you with challenges, you learn to pivot, to find balance, and to use the momentum to move forward in a new direction. It's about not just overcoming obstacles, but leveraging them to build resilience, creativity, and a deeper sense of satisfaction. But remember, seeing obstacles as opportunities doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice. Start small. Next time a minor annoyance or setback occurs, pause. Instead of reacting with irritation, ask yourself, what's the opportunity here? Maybe it's a chance to practice patience, to learn something new, or simply to take a breath and appreciate the moment. As you get better at this, you'll find that what once seemed like mountains become manageable hills, each with its own hidden treasures. You'll start to approach life with a sense of curiosity and adventure, ready to explore what lies beyond each bend in the road. So, the next time you hit a roadblock, take a moment to look around. There might just be a hidden path waiting to lead you to unexpected and wonderful places. Embrace the detours. They might just be leading you exactly where you need to go. 6. Practice resilience and perseverance. Life doesn't always roll out the red carpet for us. Sometimes it feels more like a gauntlet. It's in these moments when we're being tested and pushed to our limits that the true essence of character shines through. Resilience and perseverance aren't just buzzwords. They're the very fabric of our ability to stand back up, dust ourselves off, and keep moving forward, even when every fiber of our being wants to throw in the towel. Consider the journey of learning a new skill, whether it's playing an instrument, mastering a new language, or even acing an exam. The path is rarely a straight line. It's fraught with setbacks and frustrations. You might spend weeks trying to perfect a chord transition or grasp a grammatical concept, only to feel stuck. Here's where resilience whispers in your ear, urging you not to give up, reminding you of the satisfaction that awaits just beyond the horizon of your efforts. Embedding resilience and perseverance into your life means recognizing that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's simply a stepping stone towards it. Each time you falter, you're presented with a choice: to see this as the end of the road or as a valuable lesson paving your way. It's about adopting a mindset that views challenges as puzzles to be solved, not insurmountable barriers. Incorporating this approach into your daily routine can start with setting small, achievable goals. Celebrate the victories, but more importantly, reflect on the setbacks. What did they teach you? How can you adjust your strategy moving forward? This process of continual learning and adaptation builds a robust resilience that can weather life's storms. Perseverance is about keeping your eyes on the prize, even when the goal seems distant. It's the fuel that keeps you going through the drudgery of daily practice, the repeated attempts, and the slow progress. Remember, the most breathtaking views are often found at the end of the toughest climbs. So, the next time you're faced with a hurdle that seems too high, take a moment to regroup. Remind yourself of why you started this journey in the first place. Lean into the discomfort, knowing that it's in the struggle that growth occurs. Your capacity to persevere, to push through the doubt and the difficulty, is what leads to breakthroughs and achievements. 7. Engage in community and relationships for calmness. Consider the calmness found not in quiet meditation alone, but in the laughter and shared stories around a dinner table with friends. This might not be the first image that comes to mind when we think of tranquility, yet it's in these connections where a unique form of calm can be discovered. It's a reminder that tranquility isn't only about isolating ourselves from the world, but also about finding peace within our interactions and relationships. Imagine you're going through a rough patch. It's like you're lost in a forest, thick with fog. Alone, the way out seems daunting, unclear. But when you reach out to a friend or dive into a community project, it's like someone walking beside you with a lantern, helping to light the path forward. The problem might not disappear instantly, but sharing your burden, your worries, and even your mundane stresses can significantly lighten the load, making everything seem more manageable, less overwhelming. Incorporating this sense of community and connection into your quest for calmness can truly change the game. It's in the laughter shared over a cup of coffee, the understanding nod from someone who's been there, the collective silence of a meditation group, or the simple act of helping a neighbor. These connections ground us, remind us of our humanity and offer a peaceful harbor in the stormy seas of life. But remember, nurturing these relationships and engaging with your community requires intentionality. It's about choosing to be present, to listen actively, and to open yourself up to the experiences of others. It's about the mutual exchange of empathy, where understanding and being understood can be a powerful balm for the soul. Sometimes the path to tranquility leads us to seek solitude, to look inward. But other times, it's about looking outward and realizing that calmness can also be found in connection and camaraderie. It's about building bridges, not walls, and understanding that our peace is intertwined with the peace of those around us. So, next time you feel overwhelmed or disconnected, consider reaching out or stepping into a community space. Whether it's joining a book club, attending a local workshop, volunteering, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, these moments of connection are vital. They remind us that we're not alone on this journey, offering a shared sense of peace and a collective respite from the chaos of the world. Engaging in community and relationships, therefore, isn't just about enriching our social lives. It's a strategic, heartfelt approach to cultivating a life of deeper calmness and tranquility. Amid the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's these bonds that can offer us the most profound sense of peace and grounding. 8. Simplify your desires. In a world that often equates success with accumulation, more gadgets, bigger houses, flashier cars, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of wanting more. But let's take a step back and consider a different path, one less trodden but profoundly liberating. Simplifying your desires. This isn't about austerity for its own sake, but finding freedom and tranquility in desiring less. Imagine you're walking through a dense forest, your backpack filled to the brim with all sorts of things you think you might need. With every step, the weight of your pack makes the journey harder, the beauty of the forest less appreciable. Now, picture yourself setting down that heavy load, carrying only what you truly need. Suddenly, the walk becomes easier, the surroundings clearer, and the experience more enjoyable. Simplifying your desires works much the same way. It's about lightening your load, not by diminishing your life, but by enhancing your appreciation of the things that truly matter. This simplification isn't merely about material possessions, though they're a good place to start. It's also about letting go of overcommitments, unnecessary worries, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. It's recognizing that by focusing our energy on what's truly important, we can find a deeper sense of calm and contentment. But how do you start? Begin by reflecting on what brings you genuine joy and fulfillment versus what you pursue out of habit, societal pressure, or the belief that more is better. This could mean decluttering your space, certainly, but also decluttering your schedule and your mind. It means prioritizing activities and relationships that enrich your life and gently stepping away from those that drain your energy without adding real value. As you simplify your desires, you'll likely discover that the pursuit of tranquility becomes less about adding things to your life and more about peeling away the excess to reveal what's truly precious. This process can be surprisingly challenging in a culture that often equates worth with busyness and material success. Yet it's incredibly rewarding. Each decision to simplify is a step toward a more mindful, peaceful existence. Embracing simplicity doesn't mean you stop striving or dreaming. On the contrary, it allows your true aspirations, the ones deeply aligned with your values and passions, to come into sharper focus. It's about making space for growth, creativity, and peace by clearing away the clutter that obscures them. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by the chaos of desires and obligations, remember that tranquility might just be on the other side of simplicity. By consciously choosing to simplify your desires, you're not just lightening your load, You're paving the way for a more peaceful, fulfilling journey through life. 9. Reflect on your mortality. Here's a thought that might initially seem somber, but is actually liberating. Remember that one day, you won't be here. This concept, known in Stoicism as memento mori, Latin for remember you must die, is not about dwelling on death in a morose or fearful way. Instead, it's a powerful reminder to live fully, to appreciate the present, and to focus on what truly matters. Imagine each day as a single page in the book of your life. Some pages are filled with laughter and adventure, others with routine or challenges. The awareness that the book has a final page encourages you not just to fill each page with meaningful experiences, but also to appreciate the story as it unfolds. It's about realizing that our time is finite and asking ourselves, am I spending today in a way that adds to my story, in a way that I'd be proud of? Reflecting on our mortality can shift our perspective in profound ways. It can turn the frustration of being stuck in traffic into gratitude for having somewhere to be, transform irritation over small inconveniences into appreciation for the moment, and deepen our connections with others by reminding us of the value of every interaction. But how do you incorporate this awareness into your daily life without it feeling like a cloud hanging over you? It starts with gratitude. Begin each day by acknowledging something you're grateful for, which can instantly ground you in the present. It also means letting go of grudges and petty disagreements, understanding that in the grand scheme of things, most of what upsets us daily is insignificant. Moreover, memento mori encourages us to pursue our passions and dreams with urgency, not tomorrow, but today. It's a call to action, to mend fences, to say, I love you, to start that project, or to book that trip. It's about living with intention, knowing that each day is a non-renewable resource. In practice, this doesn't mean living each day as if it were your last in a hedonistic rush to experience everything. Rather, it's about mindfulness and making choices that align with your deepest values and joys. It's choosing to live in a way that, when you do reach the last page of your book, you can look back with satisfaction and say, what a story. So, as you go about your day, let the awareness of memento mori be a gentle guide, not towards fear, but towards a fuller, more conscious engagement with life. Let it remind you to cherish the moments, to focus on what's truly important, and to live in such a way that makes your finite time here infinitely meaningful.